Thank you for checking out this little teaser of the history of the papacy and church. Here's a little taste of what's coming up soon on the History of the Papacy podcast. Now, if you like what you hear, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or your podcatcher of choice. If you want to support the podcast even more, consider becoming a Patreon on patreon.com/history of the papacy. There are many levels and benefits for you, and you help keep the history of the papacy going. With that, here's another piece of the mosaic of the popes of Rome and Christian church, and I will definitely be talking to you more soon. I think there's going to be it's going to be a step by step, like they're going to make something big, like trying to align the dates of Easter, do something like that. But I think that the big problem is that there's only so much that the Patriarch Bartholomew can do, because his actual physical church is only the area around Istanbul or Constantinople.
Right.
And even Greece is separate from him, and they'll basically fall in line. But there's a lot of issues. If he pushes it too far, then it really does. It could blow up the whole situation. I think that there is a lot of push inside of that church within the Greeks and Constantinople for a lot more, if not communion, something pretty darn close to it. And then you think about that, like, okay, yeah, communion, that sounds great. Then that opens up a whole nother can of worms after that. Like, what does that really mean?
Yeah. And I think like the monks of Mount Athos, for example, are,
they're never going for it.
They're really not keen on, reuniting with the West, no matter how much Patriarch Bartholomew seems to be willing to, play with the idea. Right. So yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting to see, what actually happens, at the end. Like, history has all sorts of surprises, has all sorts of back and forth. And I think I have a pretty strong record of not being good at predicting things anyways. So don't go too much into my predictions. But in terms of things that I'm hoping for, I think, East-West reunification would be awesome. I think unification, at least in terms of the dating of Easter, right, is I think that's the most likely.
The Historical Jesus Podcast is the sweeping saga of the life and times of Galilean Jesus of Nazareth, as well as the faith, religion, and church founded to honor and disseminate his acts and teachings. Join me, Mark Vinette, on this fascinating journey through time, exploring the many great works of Christian theology, literature, architecture, music, and art, inspired by the words and deeds of Jesus Christ.